Welcome modders to episode 1, getting started with Dayz Tools and Mikero tools. In this video guide we're going to go over how you will set up your Dayz Tools modding environment and get all of the various applications working as well as setting up your P drive and the other Dayz Tools by a chap called Mikero. Now this is very important because he actually released a whole suite of Dayz Tools that even Bohemia Interactive uses themselves occasionally, and they fully endorse using his tools as well. Before we get started, you do need to know though that he has two versions. He has a premium version and he has a free version. Most people will be using the free version, but there are a few differences you might notice in my video because I'm using a premium version. But overall, the UI and the interface is pretty much the same. Everything that I will be showing you, you will have access to use. I'm not going to be going over the premium features at all. So let's get started. I've completely removed all of my previous installations, so it's a bare bones setup from the very beginning. So the first thing you're going to need to do is open Steam, which I should have done before starting the video. Now we're in Steam, head over to your library home and in the drop down menu make sure you have Games and Tools selected and then find Dayz Tools, install it. I'm going to install it on my C drive. Great, now we have Dayz Tools installed. I just want to quickly give you some small tips to get everything started. So on my desktop I've got this folder here, Dayz Desktop for example, and if I open this you'll see what I mean. This is very handy. If you have a similar sort, you don't have to, but if you would like to, you could kind of mimic my structure here. I've got everything I need in one folder, so I've got my root game directory at the top, I've got a shortcut for Dayz Tools here. That should be there now. Yes, it is, because we just installed it. Mikero tools is not there because we haven't installed that yet. Other tools, that's for things like QGIS or Terrain Processor if you're into making maps. Modding notes, if you have any notes you would like to write down. Mods you make for clients, like your own mods of course. A private server, that's very important because you do need a private server to be able to test out the mods that you make, right? So definitely have a private server installed. If you don't know about that, I also have 2 videos that you can watch to get started on how you can set up this private local server. And then this last one here is the app data directory for Dayz. Now I like to keep this clean because modders, you know, they're very sloppy and they leave errors and it builds up in your logs. And at one point I had a client and he had over I think 17 gigabytes in his app data directory. So if you want to know where this directory is so you can make your own shortcut to it, it's C users, your username, app data, and then local. So if I click that, what I usually do is I just click all the logs and delete them and keep it clean. Keep your hard drives light. So that's another tip I've got. Then I've got 3 shortcuts here. We'll move on. We'll get to these later on in the video. For now, we've installed Dayz Tools. So what we're going to do is we're going to open Dayz Tools, just probably by Steam. Probably the easiest way to open it. Play Dayz Tools. Now that we have this open, what I like to do is I like to make a shortcut on my taskbar for it. I already have one, but like I said, I removed it. So I'm going to unpin it and then repin it. So, okay, it didn't update my icon. That won't happen for you, that's only because I uninstalled it before. So to set this up, we're going to go into the settings and we're going to create a P drive path to your project drive. You can leave it default if you want. I don't like to do that. I like to make my own. So I'm going to go into my C drive and I'm just going to create a new one, P drive folder. And then over in the app, uncheck default, locate your new P drive folder. Now what a P drive is it's basically the Dayz game uncompressed, so everything's extracted for you to have access to it so you can learn from the game itself, and all the scripts and textures and images and everything basically is there. So I like to mount the project drive on the startup of the tools. That's always very handy. Path to game data directory. This will be where your game's installed. If it's not the default, then just fill it out using this button here, then hit apply. Let's restart the launcher. Okay, you'll get this user verification on Windows. Just click yes, and then wait. You will get a yellow tick here that indicates that your work drive has been set up correctly. And if you go to your PC, you've got a virtual P drive here now, a brand new drive in your C drive. And this is basically just a shortcut to C P drive here. So we will go up in the top and we'll click Tools, Extract Game Data, because at the minute our project drive is empty and we need to extract the game files. So extract game data, and that will extract everything into C P drive. Excuse me, while this is going, I just got to sort something out. This is going to take a little while, depending on your computer specifications. So go make a cup of coffee or do something. Come back later. I'll fast forward it so you don't have to wait. Okay, welcome back, modders. It looks like the tasks were executed successfully, program terminated, and we can hit any key to exit now. So let's do that, and just make sure that our P drive now contains the following folders and text files as well. For the most part, if you're following along with my tutorials, we're just going to be using these two folders, and we don't really need to worry so much about the other folders. So now we have our Dayz Tools installed. Let's open up our Dayz desktop folder that I have. Again, strongly recommend you follow along with my folder structure. My organization here will come in very handy for you in the long run, because it's a pain in the ass opening folders and navigating directories, and you're going to need all of these all the time. So let's just make sure that our first one, game directory, that takes us to our game directory. Good. Dayz Tools is going to the Dayz Tools that we've just installed. That's good. And now, actually, let's set up Dayz Tools first before we move on to Mikero tools. So in Dayz Tools, if you've got this open, if not, just open it in Steam or shortcut on your taskbar. Let's start with Workbench. Open up Workbench. What we're doing here is we're setting up the various different apps that are inside the Dayz Tools collection, as it were, because they don't work out the box. You know how things go, right? Nothing works out the box. So that's probably why lots of people get frustrated and quit Dayz modding, because they just burn themselves out trying to jump through all the loopholes that Bohemia put us through. Okay, so now this is open. We need to... That shouldn't be there. I don't think you will have this folder. I'm not sure why that's there, because I just reinstalled this, so that shouldn't be there. For you, this won't be there. I'm very sorry about that. That wasn't my intention. This should be a fresh install, and you should not have source data directory on the left. So please pretend that this is not here. Go to Workbench at the top, click Options, and at the top here you will see Source Data Directory, Restart Required in brackets. Now you want to select here your P drive that we just made. So click that, select folder, click OK, and it will restart. You can restart the Workbench application, and you will now notice in the left, in the drop down, you have your source data. Now this is your this is your P drive. So when you make projects or you're editing, let's say for example you're editing a layout or some particle physics, or anything like that, you're making a mod, you will be using this. So now that this is set up and ready to use, we can just escape, exit this. Workbench is done. Let's open up our Object Builder tool now. An error happened here. I don't know if you caught that at the left. it had a small error when I clicked it and it opens. This is a very common problem. A lot of people have that. I just did it again. I hope you caught that. I might be able to slow it down in the editor. But anyway, to get past this error, like I said, very common. Don't worry, you've did everything right so far, as long as you've followed along the video. Go to the tool underneath it, Addon Builder. Click this one. It'll open up a batch file and it'll do some registry tweaks. And now you can just close this because Dayz Addon Builder, let me just tell you right now, don't use it. Never use it. In fact, just keep it in the back of your head to always, always, always never use this program, because this program is not very good. It will pack errors into a PBO quite happily without complaining, and that's not what you want as a modder. So please do not use Dayz Addon Builder. And there's another tool as well that you should not use. It's called PBO Manager. Please, God, ladies and gentlemen, do not use PBO Manager. If you do, you're going to have so many problems, because PBO Manager, you see, it doesn't, okay, yes, it will open a PBO, I'll give it that, it's good at doing that, but that's all it does. It doesn't extract or convert any data. So once you've opened that PBO, you then have to go through all of the files and then convert them and extract them. So just don't use that, you know. Also, Dayz Addon Builder, definitely don't use it. We have other tools for this now because it's 2024. Close that. Now that we've opened Addon Builder, we can go back to Object Builder and open this, and it will open without errors. Sorry, it opened on my other screen here. This is what it looks like. Yours might look different. You can rearrange things. I do have a preference to where I like all of my windows, but you'll come in here and you can select and you can unselect them, and you can just move them around like so. I can't grab a hold of it. There we go. So you can move them around, put them anywhere you want. If I want it over on the side, I can do that, or on the bottom you can do that, but for now I'm just leaving it vanilla because I'll fix it later when I get around to it. Come up to the file at the top, click File and find Options. Open the options. In here we're going to have to change some things. I can't remember exactly, so we're going to go to the Bohemia website and we're going to find out. To find out what we need to put in here, open your web browser and just go what's it called? Object Builder Dayz. Bulldozer for Object Builder. That's what I meant. Sorry, Bulldozer for Object Builder. For Object Builder. If you search for that, it'll bring you to this website, and in the setup, it will tell us exactly what we need here. File Options, External Viewer. That needs to say path to your Dayz installation. Dayz x64 dash bulldozer dash window no land dash pause dash mod equals profiles, all that stuff there. So we'll copy that. Click here. Mine is already filled out. It shouldn't be because it's a new installation. It must be cached somewhere, so I'm sorry about that. I'll just repaste it. Click OK. Path for textures set to your work drive letter P by default. So same again for path for textures, set it to your P drive. Now that that's set up, you can escape this, and we're not going to set up Addon Builder because I really don't want you to use it. So skip Addon Builder. We will go to Economy Editor. No, that's for server stuff. Terrain Builder. This is for making maps. So we'll open up this tool and we'll go to the top and we will go to, where's the options? Oh, it's in Tools on this one, right? Preferences. And again, we're going to need to see, this one's fresh. Strange. We're going to need to go back to Google and we're going to type this time Object Builder for Terrain Builder. I think that's it. Oh, sorry, Bulldozer for Terrain Builder, not Object Builder. So click this one. And and find the setup, which is here, and then you have to copy over the settings. Launch parameters are dash bulldozer. Pop it in there. And what was the other one? Data directory is already on P. exe file path is set to the Dayz x64 exe from your Dayz installation. So we'll go up to our Dayz, find our Dayz installation, x64 Steam, probably Steam apps common. Yeah, here it is, Dayz x64 open, and that's set up now. Click OK, and we can close this because this tool is completely set up now. We don't need these websites anymore either. So we've set up Workbench, we've set up Addon Builder, we've set up Terrain Builder. I've warned you about using PBO Manager and other tools from the Dayz Tools suite that you shouldn't use if you can help it. So now I think we need to move on to installing the Mikero tools because we don't have them right now. So open up your web browser and just type Mikero tools like that. First link probably will be the downloads for the Mikero tools. It will look something like this. You can use the free version, Mikero all-in-one installer beta. You can download it here completely for free. I'm going to log in and get my premium version because that's what I need. Here we go. Yeah. And I'm going to take the all-in-one installer beta download. And we'll run this. Mikero is a trusted developer, so you don't have anything to worry about when the Windows pops up the warning for that. Language to install. Oh, that's nice. You've got a bunch of languages he did it in. I didn't realize that. We're just going to do English for now. Accept the agreement. Install it where you would like. I'm going to let it install it wherever it wants because I've got a big enough hard drive. Don't want start menu folders, and I don't want a desktop shortcut. Install. Once it's installed, please launch it. While that's loading, I just want to point out these two shortcuts that have now populated. If you probably won't have these, so what you want to do is go to your Dayz Tools, bin, go to DS Utils. Where is that? PBO Utils? No. There it is. And you can hold Alt and drag it or copy it, shortcut, whatever way you want to do it, and put it in your Dayz desktop folder. And then you can do the same with Publisher. You'll find that as well in the Dayz Tools. Put a shortcut to it here because you're going to use it all the time. Okay, so now the application has launched, the all-in-one Mikero Tools installer. It should show you something like this. If it gets stuck on the splash screen where it says starting application, what it was just on before, I want to just show you a quick little tip that I picked up online. If you click start and you go to reg edit, open that, look something like this. You will go to your current user, software, and you will find Mikero and Mikero AIO installer, and you will delete those and you will restart your computer, and then the installer will work. It just happens if you already installed it and removed it. It shouldn't happen for 9 out of 10 of you, but if you have used these tools in the past and you're just using this video as like a refresher, then you might have that problem, in which case just open your reg editor, delete the keys, and restart your system. Now it's asking me for a license, so I would like to put my license in, yes. An update is available, okay. So now we're downloading updates. Doing a Windows check. And so the application updated, and it's asking again, would I like to enter my license? I'll say yes, I will. So this is why you've got to enter your license. So we've got to go back to the website. Mikero Tools. Oops. Mikero Tools. Login. Sign in. Copy my license key. And we'll paste it in here. I'm probably going to find a way to blur this out. Oh, it's already blurred out. Nice. Advanced users. I can't change this until I put my license key in, I think. So I've put my license key in and close. License was validated. Thank you for purchasing Mikero Tools. Okay. He could not detect any tools. First, I think I would like the advanced log level, telemetry, custom background. Yeah, that's all I would like. So let's install all of the tools. You are currently in advanced mode and have no active tools selected. Action has been aborted. That's very strange. Let's go custom install. And I think we would like all of these tools. We might not use them all, but I think they will be nice to have just in case. So download all of the tools. I wish I could click them all at once. SDK text converter, maybe need that one. Don't think we need the SDKs. So save that. Now we should be able to install all. There we go. It's been a little while since I've installed these. Okay, so that's installed all of them now. I guess we can close this and make sure it's installed. So where were we? C drive, program files, was it? x86, there it is, Mikero, PBO Tools. So it's C program files x86, Mikero, PBO Tools. You would like to make a shortcut in your Dayz desktop folder here, and you can name it Mikero Tools. So when I click this, now it will go directly to here. So that's perfect. Just make a shortcut in your, and you can name them whatever you want as long as everything's here. It's handy to have. So we've got our Dayz Tools, our P drive, Workbench Setup, Addon Builder Setup, Terrain Builder Setup. I've warned you about the other apps to use, and we've installed the Mikero's Tools suite, but we still need to set up PBO Project because it doesn't work out of the box. So in Mikero Tools folder, in the bin folder, you will find at the bottom here PBO Project, and this is the tool what we're going to use to actually build our mods, to actually compile our raw source material into a PBO file that your game can read. So we'll open this and we'll set this up. It will look something like this. The first one, mod output, you would like, that will be your any folder basically. What I like to do is go into my P drive. It's not on. Let's just open up Dayz Tools. Refresh P drive. And I like to make a new folder here, and I call this one Exported PBOs. And this is the directory that I like to use for my mod folder output. Exported PBOs right here, and that's good. Now your source folder, this is going to be your actual project's root folder. So when you do go to make a mod later on in the video series, this part here will come into play. For now, you just need to know that it's basically the link to your raw project files. What this tool will use to pack everything into a PBO file. Now we need to set up some things here. I've got some notes somewhere. Let me just see if I can find them. Where did I put them? Here we go, PBO Project Settings.txt. Now, because this is the premium version, I've got some extra options here that you won't have. Don't worry, we're not going to use them. All you need to do is check C, full build, Z, compress. And then you need to click Setup. And in here, at the Exclude From PBO, I'll put this in the description for you so you can just straight up copy and paste it and you don't have to sit there typing out each character. You paste this in here. And the same for -Z exclusions. Copy that. Go to -Z exclusions. Paste this in here. Now that should be set up. Delete files in app mode. Temp, yeah, everything's here. Oh, sorry. Warnings or errors at the top. Click here. And we can disable warnings or errors. And what I like to do is I like to put everything on warning, so it will warn me. Print warnings in the log instead of erroring and not doing anything. So now everything's on warning. Basically, if there's any issue with your mod while it's packing, it will print and it will tell you 9 out of 10 times it'll tell you exactly what the problem is. And this is why the very best modders use PBO Project and not Dayz Tools suite to actually build the mod file. So now we've done that, we've put the exclusions in, exclude from PBO, we've changed warnings or errors, and that's pretty much it. You can optionally set up your signature files. That's for another video later in the series. We'll get to that when we get to building our first project. But for now, that's it. Click OK, and now this tool is set up. So we can close that. We don't need that anymore. And Dayz desktop folder. Just making sure that we've got everything. PBO project. Put a shortcut in here. My icon's gone funny because I've started from scratch again. But make sure you've got the shortcuts and all of the other folders in here because they're really handy. And these are not folders, by the way, these are shortcuts, remember. So remember to put a shortcut in here, not a folder, because if you put a folder in here, you might soon find that you run out of space on your main C drive, and you don't want that. So make sure everything's shortcutted and everything's in the right drive you want it to be, and all of the game directories and the settings that we've gone over match your specific installation. You follow those tips and really you can't go wrong. Thanks for watching episode 1, getting started with Dayz Tools and Mikero tools. If you've done everything like I've done it in the video, you've now got a full Dayz modding environment set up and ready to go, and we will move on to actually making our first UI modification in the next episode, I think. Please subscribe if you find this content helpful, and if you subscribe, I will make more. The more subscribers I get, the more encouragement it is to me to make these materials for you guys to enjoy and learn from. So yeah, thanks for watching.